Hello, beautiful souls. Hey, it's been a little while since I've done a check-in, and this energy at the end of Lionsgate is very intense. Still. In fact, yesterday was one of these days where I was like, what in the world is happening? And it was funny because my son came home and said the same thing. And I had another friend over and she was like, what is going on? And so let's just say that this is widespread. Also, wanted to share that. Oh, well, hold on. So, what do we do about that? So, the number one thing that keeps coming in is to stay hydrated. Obviously, drink lots of water. If you can drink water that is alive, that's better. That means that there are minerals in there and like from an artesian well or, some living water, not water that has had everything stripped out of it or dead water. Trace minerals and all of that is very important right now. And if you're not getting that, then make sure you're supplementing that in some way. Watermelon, vegetable juices, fruit juices, but not the kind that are super like added sugar. So I know that sounds silly. But if you want to juice your own stuff or go easy on the sugar is actually the message that's coming in. That to hydrate without sugar in ways like watermelon, pineapple, natural sugar, or trying to think what else. Yeah, just natural fruit, and try to stay hydrated. I know that yesterday I was drinking so much water, and my kidneys are working overtime. That means I'm spending a lot of time peeing. Hello. But this morning I woke up dehydrated. Right? And how you tell is by the color of your urine, especially in the morning. And so I know I'm having to bump up my intake a lot more than normal. I don't understand it, but if I use the color of my urine as a guide, keep it clear to barely a little bit yellow, but not deep yellow. If it is, man, just go drink some water, eat some watermelon. Yeah, that's really good for you, organic watermelon. Anyway, so that also getting plenty of rest is important right now. And for a lot of people, actually exercising, I don't know if you felt the intensity of this energy, but it almost feels like it's a racing heart. It feels almost like an adrenaline rush. At least yesterday, I kept getting hit with these waves of adrenaline, like energy. And I was like, that's weird. Well, if you're finding that and that's uncomfortable for you, go get some exercise. Right? Raise your heart rate, because what you're doing by doing that is you're moving the energy through you faster. And that's going to help you feel better. I'm trying to think what else. I know I've been eating light. Haven't really been wanting to eat heavy. Haven't really been wanting to eat noodles. Haven't really been eating much, really. So do whatever you're feeling like you need to do that way. Yeah, I'm feeling almost like being vegetarian, and I'm not vegetarian. I'm omnivore, but over the last several days, I've eaten very little meat. I just haven't felt like it. And I've been using my juicer, and that's been my morning. So I start out with that. But anyway, there's that. Oh, okay. What else was I going to say? Yeah, and this is not just for me, but, a lot of repressed memories coming up and a lot of releasing. And so I know I talked a little bit about in my message on Facebook about this energy being for releasing, and this inverted, if you want to think about it like inverted moon energy. So, like with the new moon that just happened, that energy does still feel like it's here, but it's a releasing energy. It is not. I mean, we're manifesting faster than we ever have, but it's also a releasing energy. So don't overlook your own intuition when it comes to, oh yeah, what should I be calling in right now? Don't just say, oh, okay, this is a full moon, so I need to release. This is a new moon, so I need to manifest. No, that's not how it works anymore. Big changes are happening. In fact, what came in is that when I was on the acupuncture table, is that much of these rituals or beliefs that a lot of us have around spirituality, that was actually hijacked, and it's shifting back. It's shifting back to its natural state. And so please just go within to figure out what it is that you are being led to do. Don't just do what somebody else says to do. When it comes to reading incantations or anything, don't just read it. Don't just read it out loud. Read it first for yourself quietly and say, no. Maybe change it. Maybe personalize it, right? Do not just take on something that somebody else says or does as yours without personalizing it in some way and putting it through your own internal guidance system to see if it feels good or not. I'm trying to think what else. Releasing. Did I say this already? Yes, a lot of stuff is coming up to be released. And it's showing up in our body. So if you're having aches and pains in your body, or if you're having racing thoughts or odd thoughts that maybe are from the past, just understand that's coming up to go. And with it might be coming up the whole kit and caboodle as far as why you've been feeling that. I know that somebody I was talking to yesterday said that was coming up for them, and it came up as suicidal thoughts. And I was assured that it wasn't like a now thing, but that it was a like a past stream of their own consciousness that popped in, and so they sat there and they said, well, geez, is this mine? And the answer was yes. And is it mine now? And the answer was no. And so it came up to be acknowledged and then to say goodbye. Say, yes, I acknowledge that I entertained this stream of consciousness at one time, but not for now. This isn't mine now. And so don't, I feel like, yeah, here's the other thing. Something big is coming. Yeah, easy. Anybody can say that. But I'm telling you, something big is coming. It feels like it's going, it's going to be fear related. It is possible that I won't even know about it. I mean, I'll feel the fear within people, but I don't watch the news. So we'll see. So I guess the main message is do not feed the fear. Do not feed societal fear and illusion. You don't have to. You don't have to. A lot of us are feeling compelled to not go with the flow. And what I mean by that is not go with the flow of society right now. We are standing in our own sovereignty, making our own decisions for ourselves. And sometimes being attacked for it. But, whatever. Been there, done that. Different lifetimes. That's why we're here. So you can choose to engage or not in whatever rhetoric is happening around you. But the most important thing is that you decide for yourself. Whatever is happening, whatever's about to happen, do not buy into the fear of it. Try to remove the fear from the whole equation and then look at it plainly. That's very important. It's very important that we try to stay neutral emotionally as we go forward from now on, especially with what's coming. So, anyway, just wanted to share that little tidbit. Anyway, happy Friday the 13th. My daughter woke up and she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's supposed to be a bad day." I'm like, "Oh honey, no it's not." And then my son came in and goes, "Well, we can't let Cleo out, our black cat." And I'm like, "What? Why not?" How about that? How about thinking about that for a minute? All of that superstition, all of that fear surrounding Friday the 13th was all a fabrication. And then apply that elsewhere in your life and realize that all of that illusion also applies to other things, not just Friday the 13th. Food for thought. Love you guys. Bye.